Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 658. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, everybody?
All right. First off, why don't you give us an update about Aquaman?
Right. So James Wan is not leaving the production. He tweeted out a picture today of him leaning up against a wall with an Aquaman mural on it. Very nice mural, by the way. So people are taking that like he's saying, no, I'm not leaving. I interpret it that way as well. So that's good news. But as we know that there's other news that's breaking in the DC universe right now with, Zack Snyder possibly losing power there and whatnot. But we'll have to wait and see on that.
Now, your expert opinion, they're not going to pull him from Justice League, right?
They're not going to what?
They're not going to pull him from Justice League, being that they're already filming it, right?
I'd be very surprised if they did.
Okay. I don't think they're going to either. I mean, it's happened before, I guess, but probably not. All right. What else? What news do we have?
We have something that I'm very, very happy about. Apparently, Christopher Edwards tweeted out that Carl Urban said that conversations are happening about a Dredd series possibly coming to Netflix or Amazon. Now, this would be the Dredd. It would be connected to the Dredd film from 2012, which I loved, and I think a lot of people loved. And so I would be all for this. I mean, I'd like to see a film, in my opinion, but if they're going to do anything, that's good enough for me. As long as it's good.
Gotcha. That is pretty good news, especially with all the comic book stuff taken off. Why not have Judge Dredd, come back? That'd be pretty cool.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. What else do you have?
We have some set photos with, obviously these are going to be some spoilers, but we have set photos of the Millennium Falcon from the episode 8 set, and it looks like this set at the end of episode 7. The Falcon looks pretty much the same. So I'm guessing this is probably at the beginning of the movie or some point in the movie when Luke and Rey are on the island.
Right.
It's pretty interesting stuff.
Okay. I mean, pretty much we're halfway into the filming of it. So I guess we got another month or two to go, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's coming along nicely. That's good. Yep. What else do you have?
Apparently we got some news here about Spider-Man, the Spider-Man movie. Hold on, let me just pull this up here.
Yes.
We have Captain America Civil War. Yeah, Captain Civil War directors tease Spider-Man's relationship with Iron
Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're snapping it out. I guess the audio was good.
It says,
say that again.
What was that? Sorry, you froze there for a second.
Yeah, we both froze. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Basically, he's just... Yeah.
I think we're good now.
Basically, he's talking about... Yeah, basically, he's just saying that him and Stark are going to have in SpiderMan Homecoming. And he said that, Tom is really playing really Parker and Spider-Man. He says that Tony has he's kind of like a mentor to Peter.
Okay.
So, I mean, this sounds pretty good. I'm all for one of the older Avengers or one of the original Avengers, Spider-Man, because I think maybe later on they may be grooming him to be a leader of the Avengers or the leader of the Avengers, which I would. So I think it's pretty cool. I don't think it's going to be bad for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Now, so probably like he'll appear here and there. He won't be a cameo. He'll probably, like when Spider-Man's fighting this one, he'll probably come to him for advice or something or whatever. Maybe he'll, Robert Downey Jr. will be in the Daily Bugle. You'll see him take a picture, be like, "Oh, hi, I know you," like something like that. Mess around. But who's J. Jonah Jameson? We don't know, right?
I don't think we have J. Jonah Jameson just yet.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Ice Cube, right?
And honestly, no. And honestly, we might not get a J. Jonah Jameson in this movie.
Oh, because that's right. He's in high school.
Right, unless he has a cameo or something. But I doubt we're going to get it. I just thought of that because I was like, wait a minute, he's 15. I doubt he works at the Bugle just yet. Yeah,
probably not.
But who knows? Maybe he does. Maybe he's like an intern or something.
they got a couple of years, I guess, before they could, Spider-Man 3 at least, before it could be in Daily Bugle, I guess, right? It would be like every year, right, supposedly, or not necessarily?
I guess, maybe.
Yeah. So, that is an interesting question. Knowing that they got him that young, do they immediately film a Spider-Man sequel to Homecoming while he's young with that age group, or they just wait and see how it does profitability-wise? I would think that they would just go right to another one.
Yeah, probably.
Without even waiting to see what it does. Just start filming every year. But we'll have to see. Anything else? Nothing, right?
No, we got one more thing.
Oh, okay.
X-Men Apocalypse news. Apparently, Taylor Swift is being teased as Dazzler in the movie.
Allison Blair.
Kind of weird.
That's interesting.
It works.
Listen, I'm all for it. I don't have any problems with her being Dazzler. I think that would be a great idea, actually.
Right.
It would fit, and why not? Oh, okay. I mean, there's so many other more mutants they got to introduce, X-Men members, so absolutely. Someone said something the other day that actually got me thinking, there should be a arcade and Murder World with the X-Men movie, like some type of thing like that. That would be a cool thing besides the Dark, Phoenix saga. That, arcade, Murder World, Mojo, maybe, the multi-universe thing. They could do. There's a lot of stuff they could technically do for the X-Men, rather than the big name stuff. Can even do Inferno. And who knows, Mr. Sinister. It would be nice if Mr. Sinister could become a villain in the next one. With the whole Jean Grey thing. That would be pretty cool. So, we'll have to see. Anything else? Did you want to say anything about...
Yeah, there was an interesting thing that I saw. Oh, sorry. The interesting thing from NECA. They're releasing, or they announced it. I guess it's getting released sometime soon. They made a figure... Very nice figure, about a 7-inch tall figure. NECA does a great job with every figure they do, pretty much.
Right.
But they made a figure of an albino Xenomorph that was apparently a concept art character from Aliens. That these albino Xenomorphs were the Queen's caretakers.
Right.
And the weird thing about them was they looked like a regular Xenomorph, except they were a little bit smaller than the Xenomorph warriors that we see. But they're obviously completely white. And instead of having the mouth-tongue thing that they attack with, they had this really long, almost like elephant's trunk thing that they would use to spray to make the nest for the Xenomorphs. And it was really, really nice figure. I'm not going to pick it up, but, I mean, it's a very cool idea. I love when they take, concept art stuff and make it, actual products out of them, because I think that it's a great way to kind of show that the art may not have gotten into a film or show, but it's still being recognized as something.
Right. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
What do I want to say? Did you want to talk about anything else, or?
Oh yeah. There was there. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes.
There was a little bit of news today, Shin Gojira wise. Apparently, over in Japan, obviously, if you pre-order your tickets at 7-Eleven, which I think sounds kind of weird, but you know, hey, whatever. They're giving away a special Mechagodzilla figure. I believe it's a 7-inch or 8 or 9-inch figure of the 2002-2003 version of Mechagodzilla without his extra armaments, but it's painted in the colors of the main mech from Evangelion.
Could you screen share that?
Yeah, I gotta find the picture, but if I can. But it, you know, it's a pretty cool little thing. In my opinion, though, I think they could have done something different because, again, you know what this is like marketing? It's like marketing that Godzilla versus Evangelion thing.
Right.
Which, in my opinion, is like, why are you marketing that? Like, you know, I found it. Here you go. Hopefully this. See that?
Yes. Yes. Okay. That's interesting.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. But I wouldn't expect them to market somebody that's not in the movie. You know.
I mean, we do it over here with some stuff.
Yeah, I know. But I do agree, honestly, that there is a lack of marketing still. Even here, I haven't seen really anything about Shin Gojira Godzilla Resurgence. You know, so
yeah, you know what is unfortunate too, because this happens with a lot of movies that come over from Japan and probably from foreign countries or from obviously foreign countries. Hello, but like sometimes the DVDs for these movies they'll just kind of show up in stores.
Right.
Like you won't hear about it. Like that happened with me when I went to a Best Buy one day. This was years ago, and I found Godzilla Tokyo SOS and a whole bunch of other ones. And then I think before that, I found Godzilla against Mechagodzilla in a Sam Goody. And then years before that, I found Gamera 3 in a Sam Goody. And it was like, wow, I didn't even know that these were on DVD over here, or are DVD sales over here. Like I heard nothing about it, which is kind of unfortunate because I hope that doesn't happen with Shin Gojira. Because you'll just be looking around the store one day and, oh, there it is. Yeah.
I mean, whatever I could find, I bought, you know, but even the Godzilla comics don't have anything on it. And the G-Fan sold out, which I'll be getting another one this week, and I'll be doing that on air, talking about what's in there. So hopefully there's a lot more Shin Gojira stuff this week, maybe a trailer or something. Hopefully.
I mean, I think they're gonna probably release more as we get closer to the movie.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think they're gonna have to rush. They're gonna have to be like, oh, here's all this stuff.
Right.
But you know, we could have done this earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Like we are in May, and the movie comes out in July, so it's like, hi, you know.
Yeah.
Let's you know, so be a little more quicker about this because wouldn't you want them to know about it like a month or two before the movie comes out rather than weeks? I mean,
you know, if you're gonna try to take on Legendary,
right?
You best be marketing this well. You best be telling people around the world, hey, we have one.
I mean, we could argue that we promote it just about every day. Shin Gojira more than they do, basically. We talk about it every day. Like every day.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see anybody doing podcasts on it every day. We've been talking about it a little bit here, a little bit there, whole podcasts on it. Speaking of that, I'm glad I reminded myself. It's not set in stone yet, but there's a possibility we may have a Godzilla type cast with guests in a certain comic book store. So I'm actually working on that. Not sure when it's going to happen, but ever since this whole Shin Gojira stuff happened, and I'm trying to get interest for Godzilla, so I'm doing stuff behind the scenes. So I'm working on it, people, to actually have a nice, huge Godzilla cast with Chris and really, really massive fans in this comic book store. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll have that sometime in May. And there you go. That would be cool, right, Chris?
I would be all for that.
Oh, hell yeah. So, and mind you, it's not the everything show. It's going to be just flat out Godzilla Cast. That's what it's going to be. So, Godzilla Cast is coming. It's not going to be a regular show. It's, because it's going to be based on every now and then. But the first episode will debut in, hopefully this thing, I can set this thing up soon. So we could promote Godzilla even more. There you go. So, all right, guys, on that note, take care. Bye for now.